Why does the arts sector not enable artists to earn a living wage?
Why does the arts sector not enable artists to earn a living wage?
Hundreds of reasons, thousands of reasons.
Artists do not ask living wage. They also do not know how much they are worth.
The arts sector is not funded well enough in this country by comparison to other Western European countries.
Art as a whole is a very wealthy industry. There doesn't seem to be any mechanisms of the top of the industry filtering down to grassroots artists.
Artists aren't really valued in the society that we have.
The arts sector is not organised enough to prevent or enable people to earn a living wage.
The arts sector is built on class relations and keeping people within their place.
There's a neoliberalism.
People do not know how much things are worth, so most people just expect arts to be a hobby.
It's clear that the arts contribute quite a lot to society.
People who offer jobs in the arts or wish to have somebody exhibit in their gallery will basically pay as little as they can get away with.
I think the people who hold the purse strings are the people who control the use of public money.
I think that we've come accustomed to taking a lower wage, so it's kind of a vicious circle, like a catch-22.
In other more commercial areas there probably is quite a bit of money, and those areas have been quite successful to monetise it, but that becomes their driving mechanism to make money. The problem with that is sometimes that loses the notion of other reasons why we may value arts or the arts sector to make a difference.
I think it would take some sort of policy to be in place to make it easier for artists to get a decent wage.
An awful lot could be done to alleviate some of the infrastructure costs and enable artists to experiment, take risks and be more creative.
It's all about having enough time, enough resources and enough support to be able to produce the art that you want to.
Well, I guess some artists make enough money for all the artists, and those artists that are making lots and lots of money, I think should be plying some of it back into some area of the arts.
There's a real struggle within the, subsidised art sector in order to make sure that artists are at the centre of the funding ecology, really.
I think it's a lot to do with education and a lot of people feeling that art isn't for them. I think schools could, if all the budgets hadn't been cut for arts education, schools could do a lot to make people feel that their opinion about art is valued and that art is for everyone.
Because art has always been such a diverse and kind of stratified phenomenon, there hasn't been those artists' unions there, so maybe it's a case of artists getting organised and finding ways to get paid.
Treat artists as professionals.
I think it's still not viewed as a relevant industry, even though facts state that it is.
Is it that art's a spiritual thing? Something that comes from us arts?
Because what's happening at the moment is creativity is being stifled, it's not being valued.
I don't expect the arts sector to give me a living.
Artists make a huge contribution to the whole country in lots of ways, in every environment.
I think it's because they think an artist's job's easy. Yeah, they think it's playtime. Chuck them a few shilling and they'll be happy.
While arts fail to be valued in education equally with other subjects such as science, engineering and maths, then arts will continue to be undervalued in wider society. It's a complex issue.
Until there is better investment within culture nationally and especially out of the government's budget, it's going to be a challenge.